Yeah, I know, the same background as some videos, but I like it here. There's something strange and strangely beautiful about the way we connect online, especially in the furry fandom. Behind every icon, every stylized wolf, dragon, fox, or neon creature, there is a person. But online, that person is rarely the first thing we see. We first see the art. We see the design, the colors, the personality, things we imagine behind it. And in the digital spaces where we gather, like Distort servers, VR chat worlds, Telegram chats, Twitter timelines, emotions start to bloom with a surprising speed. Relationships grow intensely fast. Friendships deepen in a matter of hours. And before we even notice it, we're attached. But attachment comes with fragility, and beauty comes with expectations. Expectations no one talked about, no one defined, and no one agreed to. Today, I want to explore that. Not cynically, not to mock online friendships or more, but to reflect honestly on why online furry relations can feel incredibly real while still being built on expectations that aren't. Disclaimer once again, this video isn't meant to generalize everyone's experience or define what online furry relations should be. These are simply reflections and patterns I've seen, stories I've lived, and thoughts on how digital connections shape us. Not every relation is fragile, not every interaction is illusory, and not every relationship fits the descriptions I explore here. Your experience may be completely different, and that's okay. My goal is not to judge, but to open a conversation. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and remember, this is just one perspective among many in this fandom that is vast and diverse. Anyway, back to it. The furry fandom is unique because no one meets you first. They meet your fursona, the identity you chose, the personality you express, the colors you feel drawn to, the version of yourself you want to reveal or hide behind. A fursona isn't a lie, it's a filter. Sometimes it reflects who you truly are, what you wish you were, a character that feels safer than your real self ever could. But there's a paradox. People often fall in love with the mask and not the person. Not always romantically, but emotionally, socially, and psychologically. Some people fall in love with the idea they made from your art, your emojis, your vibe, the tone of your messages, and your aesthetic presence. And some of you might be doing the same with others. This is where real emotion meet unreal expectations. Because the person behind the avatar has flaws, bad days, traumas, limits, fears, insecurities, boundaries, parts of themselves the fursona never really show or doesn't want to express to begin with. We interact with the symbol, but the symbol isn't always the human. Online spaces accelerate emotional connection in a way physical life rarely does. It's like slipping straight to the final chapter without reading the book, or even knowing the story. The fandom is filled with people that crave belonging, who seek warmth, who want to be understood in ways the outside world can already offer, or doesn't always offer. So intimacy happens quickly. Messages flow constantly. Jokes appear instantly. Trust is built in days, and vulnerability spills out in a handful of late-night conversations you sometimes never really wished for. Some people share more with an online furry friend than they ever shared with someone in their real lives. Imagine knowing the best or worst kink of someone, but not even knowing their real name. Or even their real age. The emotions are real, but the context is fragile. Because when relations depends on instant replies, constant availability, and curated personas, they begin to tremble the moment reality pushes back. Schedules shift, mental health dips, people get overwhelmed, life intrudes, and suddenly the connection that felt oh so intense becomes silent. You're left wondering if it was ever real. And it was, but it wasn't grounded. Not yet. Online furry relations often break not from cruelty, but from misalignment. Two people can have widely different interpretations of the same connection. One thinks you're best friends, the other thinks you're just pleasant to talk to. One expected daily messages, the other needs days of silence to recharge. One imagines a deep bond, the other sees casual conversation. And I'm talking from experience for those three examples. And because online communication relies so much on tone, emojis, inside jokes, and aesthetic cues, boundaries are rarely stated. Nothing is clearly defined. Feelings grow before understanding does. In the furry fandom, one of the biggest outbreaks isn't cheating or betrayal, even though sometimes it is. Once again, it's mostly misunderstanding. It's discovering you weren't on the same page, and sometimes not even on the same f***ing book. Therefore, ghosting, fading, drifting, it sometimes hurts more online than in person. Not because people are cruel, or are they? Because online spaces don't require closure. Again, people vanish quietly. Their energy runs out. Their circumstances change. Their mental health shifts. Life gets heavier. So many things nobody can control. And then silence becomes questions you have no way to answer. Did I do something wrong? Was it real? Did I imagine everything? Short answer, you didn't. The emotion was real. The connection was real. The expectations weren't always. Online relations are bright and sometimes brief, but their impact is real. In conclusion, online furry relations are a paradox. They hold real emotions, real vulnerability, real connection, but built on imagined traits, curated identities, aesthetic intimacy, and unspoken expectations. This isn't a condemnation. Some online furry friendships last years. Some become marriages. Some become found families. Some change life forevers. But they need clarity. They need patience. They need communication. They need an understanding that the avatar is an entry point and not the whole story. This video isn't a warning to avoid online bonds. It's a reminder to navigate them honestly and carefully. Because behind the neon wolf, behind the cute icon, behind the beautifully rendered fursona, there's a human being. A messy, flawed, complicated, real person. So real emotions deserved real expectations. Even furries, even online. Well, thank you for listening. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have stories about this subject, don't hesitate to share. I'll be more than happy to read those and discuss about it. And in any case, have a good day, have a good night, stay safe, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks again for the 500. Bye!